Alright, anyway, welcome guys. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Just getting a few things in order to go up and do stuff. So, what time is it? It is daytime, so we're good. Alright, let's head up. So, as is usual, got some stuff done off stream, just because I'm not streaming enough to get a lot of progress if I don't do stuff off stream. And some of it is really just not something that's worth watching on stream, honestly. So we got villagers in here. Not a ton, but we do have villagers. Last time we got the interior of the trade hall figured out. Got the roof put up, ceiling put up. We have our HR specialist here. And we have villagers in place. We're starting to get villagers in place. It is coming together. And what we're doing is we're now getting our villagers lined up with what they've got. So, we've got this guy with efficiency and selling glass. So what I want to do, he has, and you can tell by the sound of war crimes, the iron farm is functioning. We have enough villagers for minimum functionality on the iron farm. It is going to get faster as we add villagers. But right now, they at least have some iron coming in. This guy does sell glass. So I want to do some signs for these villagers. Like these guys over here, it's not going to be hard to figure out what they've got, right? Because like this guy, you know, sells weapons. These guys sell tools. These guys sell armor. That's not that complicated. But librarians, we're going to have a ton of these guys. And figuring out what they're selling so that you don't have to stop and look at each one individually is a good idea. And unfortunately, the way that I would normally do it is I would put a hanging sign over their head. But our ceiling is a little low, and if I put a sign over here, right here over his face, it's going to block his face, and that's just rude. So what we're going to do is we're going to put signs on the front of the lecterns that say what they've got. And so the things that I care most about, obviously, are the enchantments themselves. But I also kind of care about this glass trade. But I don't want to put glass on the signs. So we're going to use some color coding to help with that. So for all of our guys that have, this guy just has efficiency 5. And so we're going to put a sign there, and we're going to say efficiency 5. And that's a yellow sign. This guy does not have a glass trade, and he's got sharpness and silk touch. So we're going to use a birch sign. And so now, when I'm walking through the trade hall and I need to buy stuff, I can look and see, well, this guy's got a bamboo sign. These are my guys that have glass trades. So any of these librarians that has a birch sign, and I use the birch sign with a preference, just because it's pale and the black text is dark, and so it's easier. I find it easier to read. But any of these guys that have got bamboo signs, I'll know that means that they've got glass trades, which is going to make going through and buying glass much easier. So let's figure out the rest of these guys. This guy does not have a glass trade, but he has a ton of books. Thorns, Looting, Luck of the Sea, and Punch 2. Thorns, Looting, Luck of the Sea, and Punch. I don't care. I mean, it's Luck of the Sea. It's Luck of the Sea 3, but I don't have room in the sign. I don't care that much. So, here he's got Unbreaking, Unbreaking 3, and Fortune 3. go. There's our list of enchants. And we got a bunch of stuff going. So as we get more villagers and get them in here, we will get more guys going. These guys, he is not ready to buy iron yet. So let's buy some iron helmets from him. And we'll just kind of, we won't tell him, we'll just kind of tuck him in here. We bought him off of him, he doesn't care what we do to him. It's like, you know, it's like a recycling program. Because I don't want the iron helmets, I want to get him to the point where he'll buy iron. And for that, we'll get another ingot. There we go. Axe. Put the crafting bench away. Alright. Now. This guy is buying iron, this guy is buying iron, this guy is not buying iron. And again, same deal, we'll just kind of, you know, listen, we won't tell him. We'll use this guy's, because I put the sticks in here. We'll use this guy's. He doesn't need to know. It's fine. It's fine. It's high quality. It's the best iron. It's really good armor. We're really happy with it. It's perfect size, wonderfully protective. You know, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're doing really great work. And another iron ingot. There we go. Put this back in the bag. Get our iron. Yeah. We will oh, it's nighttime now. Hello, friend. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close this in. We're having neighbor problems with the neighbors down here. Got some squatters. as you can see, the iron farm is chugging along. Is in fact making iron. Which means we now have a good source of emeralds. And a decent source of XP. Difficulty is going to be getting the XP orbs from these guys a little bit. Yep. Good to see you. Glad to have you hanging out. But the iron farm is iron farming. We have our source of emeralds now, or a source of emeralds. You know, so that's good. Put this stuff in the pouch. Put these in there too. Start unlocking trades. Alright, this line is good to go. Iron farm is going. Let's go up and take a look at it real quick. Just to see what's going on. I always find these farms interesting. There we go. We got a guy right there. So as we add villagers, so for every 10 villagers, it will attempt to spawn one golem. So when we're fully staffed out with 40 villagers, we should have up to four golems being fed into this thing at a time. So right now we're just kind of trickling the iron in. But, again, as we get the villagers in here, it'll get progressively more efficient to the point where we will have a lot more, you know, 3 times the production, 4 times the production. It doesn't, the cat spawning is a function of the fact that we're using the village mechanic. This is technically a village. So you do, if you're a monster like me, then what that means is that you basically have a little slow string farm. If you don't want an iron farm to kill cats, because you know that's a thing, you need to not have a campfire in the bottom of it, and then fish out the cats that are in there. And just have 1 or 2 of them inside the trade hall. And once you have, I think it is either 2 or 3 inside the trade hall, then no more will spawn in the spawning bed. But anyway, so that is working. And now we are trying to get villagers over here. And I cut these 2 holes in the wall because I kind of had a change in design for what I want to do with the building. Right, exactly. Listen, it's a string farm. It's a string farm. It's a very slow string farm. And as we know, in most video games, farms are peaceful, idyllic things. In Minecraft, farms sometimes mean war crimes. And so we made some changes out here as well. I'm going to talk about this in a second. Let's get up here and look and see how our breeder is doing. Okay, we do have an adult here. Now, part of the reason why I've been doing stuff off stream is because this breeder is too far away from that trade hall, so that means that this area is not loaded while I'm over there. And so these guys are not growing up out here while I'm over there. So I've got to be over here to have these guys grow up, because I don't want to ship, a baby over there and potentially have it be a nitwit that I've then got to deal with. I'd rather ship adults. And oh hey, guess who has 2 thumbs and forgot he was out of minecarts here? So we're going to go back and get some more iron. Luckily, I have this iron farm that's now working. So we can get some minecarts in here and ship some more villagers. And then, so the plan is to kind of stay over there at the tavern, and go through some design thoughts for what I'm going to do with it, and just kind of putter around and work on that. And then every now and again come over here and do this and move guys around and all that. That is the plan anyway. There, well, just a stack of iron. One of the things that we're going to run into very quickly, I've got 2 golden apples left. I got this much gold. And worse yet, I have this many apples. So we're going to run into a golden apple problem pretty quick. So I'm going to need to farm gold, and I'm going to need to farm apples. And so one way to get apples is going to be to just chop down oak trees, which is, legit. Another way is going to be to get farmers over at the inn, because that's where I want them, to buy apples from. We're still going to need to go get gold, but there's not much I can do about that, because I am not ready to set up a gold farm here. I am not prepared for that level of commitment, and I'm not entirely certain where it would go, because gold farms are tall. Overworld gold farms are tall. I might put it here, but I'm not entirely certain. So what that means is I'm not ready for that. So we're going to need to get gold the old-fashioned way. Which in my case is probably going to be digging it out of the nether, because we want netherite anyway. So mining netherite, and then just whatever gold we find we bring back. That sounds like a pretty good approach, and it is going to be nighttime, so I am not moving these guys in the dark. Go. So, hey, remember I said I needed minecarts? go. Minecart problem solved. Now then. Boop. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Give me a guy. And off you go. Come, friend. Let me take you to the job fair. And see those green sparkles there? That's where he got close enough to the iron farm over there to break connection with the old bed and reconnect with the beds that are over here. Which is why it's so important to keep all beds away from your iron farm, because it will mess up the layout of your village. Alright, now. Alright, we got a book right here with my list of enchantments that I want. And now begins the tedious task of re-rolling librarian trades. And I'm trying to get, at this point, I'm just trying to get as many on the single guy as I can. There is going to come a point where I stop caring about that. Got mending. Luck of the Sea, looting one. The only thing I care about is mending. See, now if he had mending and a glass trade, I would be in. But no. Thorns. Nope. Try again. Quick charge. Don't care. Frostwalker. Don't care. Thorns 1. Don't care. Featherfall 2. Mending. Breach 3. See, he has Featherfall 2, which I don't care about. If he had Featherfall 4 and mending, I would be in. I don't want to waste the trade slot. So I'm being a little precious. Nope. Keep going. Curse of Vanishing. Wow, that's even worse. Smite, don't care. Riptide 2, don't care. I don't care about the Trident enchantments, partially because I'm not planning on using Tridents for anything beyond Trident killers. So, it doesn't need to have any real enchantments on it. Thorns, loyalty, thanks, no thanks. Negative arthropods. There. Sorry, just had a bot come in that I had to get rid of. It's great when Stream Elements pops up and says, "Hey, this guy's a likely ban evader." That's very, very efficient with my time, and I appreciate that. Nope. Frostwalker, nope. Unfortunately, this is the tedious part of doing this. Flame. See, Flame is on my list. And this guy does sell glass in addition to having Flame. Don't want fire proctoring. protection 4 and no glass trade. See, if you've only got one spell book, I want you to have glass trades. Depth Strider 1. I want Depth Strider 3, so that's really not what I'm looking for there. Come on, buddy. Fire Aspect 1. Nope. 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 Try again. Knock back. Gross. Nope. Nope. Riptide 2. Nope. Mending and glass. Sharpness 3. Mending and glass. I don't want sharpness 3. I've got sharpness 5 already. Mending and glass I want though. I'm being precious. I understand. I'm being precious here. Part of the reason that is that for every librarian that I've got with a bunch of trades I don't want, that's one less mason or cleric or that I'm gonna have. And I want clerics for XP bottles, and I want masons for quartz blocks. So wait, don't care. Nope, don't care, don't care. And there's gonna come a point where I'm gonna have some librarians that just have the one trade that I'm looking for. And so here we go. So fire aspect and fire aspect 1. Glass and mending. Hey there, Dinglehopper. How's it going? Lure 2. Nope. Reach. Nope. Don't want any of that. Knockback 2. Lure 3. Nice to hear it. So Lure 3 is on my list. Knockback isn't on my list at all, but I'm willing to accept it. And he's also got glass. So I think that we might take this one. Yeah, that happens. So lure, knockback. We need to lock him in. And for that, I need either more books or paper. I don't have any paper, so it's going to be some books. So we're going to go, yay! Grab some books. Although I could have just bought bookcases from the guys upstairs, I guess. Alright, hi there. Give me one of these fine books that you've got. That locks in your trade. And I'll break this. And this and this. Hopefully I'm putting a powered rail there. We'll find out. Nope, did not put a powered rail there. Okay, well, off you go. Go say hi to HR for me. We have a thorough onboarding process. Alright, now, next stage of this involves golden apple and weakness arrows. Because with weakness arrows, I don't need to spend a bunch of time brewing potions. I just shoot him with a weakness arrow. Give him one of these. Golden apple keeps the zombie away or whatever. And he's twitching right now. That means he is being cured. Oh, hello, friends. I mean, you know, neighbor? They're the tax collectors. Stack that back up. See, I really don't want this knockback book, so we're just gonna walk over here and do this, and, you know, he doesn't need to know that we just, you know... As we know, the way to get words out of a book is to put it on a grindstone and rub it vigorously, and that gets all the words out of the book, and so you can then use the book again. That's just science. Alright, now this block doesn't need to be here anymore. Ow. Let's see. I can go there. And you need to sit there until you know. Listen, the book is just fine. See, it's right here. It's with these other books. It's all with its friends. It's fine. We take the words off of the book so we can put other words on the book. Pay no attention to that noise. That's the sound of string being generated. That's fine. And as you can tell, the sound, the iron farm is happening. Listen, I'm not assessing the quality of the words that were on the book, or the worthiness of those words to be in print. What I'm saying is that I'm going to use the book for other words. And if I need those words, this guy will give them to me again. I will buy them. I can buy them from him again. It's more like a print on demand. Hi. My kitty is here. Tvildo is here. Are you gonna let me pick you up and show you on camera? Huh? Scoop, the boy! Here he is! Here, take that down. Hi! Oh, that's it. That was it. You got one fleeting glimpse. And then he's gone. Yeah, he's a little camera shy. Actually, he's not camera shy at all. Mostly he just doesn't want me to pick him up. Because he's a little brat. And by a little brat, I mean a 13-pound brat, so... So, we're waiting for this guy to finish getting cured. Because I want to put him in that spot. There, hey, look at that. Just like that. Bingo bango. Good to go. And then there's your lectern, my friend. And now he sells me books for the low, low price of an emerald. And again, he's selling me glass. So like I said before, we are color coding our signs for our librarians, and this guy does have a glass trade. He's got knockback 2, he's got lure 3, and he's got glass. But I don't want to write the word glass on all these. So the ones that have glass have got bamboo signs. Once I get rid of the rail. And that is lure off of my list of enchantments that I want. And now, when you come in here and I want glass, I can just go to the guys that have bamboo signs. No, because again, I'm gonna be using, these are only for the librarians. Nobody else I care. And so the words are the enchantments that they've got, and then the color of the sign is the fact that they have a glass trade. So I'm just using 2 different colors. That's easy enough. I don't need to overcomplicate this any more than that. Nope, I did that last time. I want powered rail there. Alright. Cool. And now we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 villagers here. The iron farm output will not increase until we get 20. So this is going to be an extended process. This is not going to be done tonight. We're going to get maybe another 1 or 2 villagers in there today. And it's just going to be a protracted, drawn-out overtime thing. Mostly because I don't want to wrangle them after the fact. The people that I've seen that breed up a bunch of villagers and then have them all in there all at once, they bind to the wrong lectern. It's a whole thing. It's a pain in the butt. It's a mess. And new baby. Good job. Now we just got to wait for these guys to grow up. So, while we're waiting for babies, we can talk through nighttime is coming. Blah. Again, as per my want, I fell off of things. Although honestly, I can put some of this dirt back now, because my original, what I was doing is slightly different. This is going to be a floor eventually, but there's no reason why it can't be a floor now. A little bit, yeah. You think you know darkness? I was born in it, raised in it. Huh. Anyway, so I had to figure out what to do here. So we called this the Crossroads Inn. And then I thought, well, wouldn't it be neat if the crossroads went underneath the inn? So that's kind of what I'm doing down here. And I'm going to build this out, obviously. And this is just the chimney in the center of the inn, right? Like, there's going to be an inn wrapped around this. This is just the middle bit. There's going to be a building with tap rooms and, you know, a common room and maybe like a small, like, you know, kind of a, you know, almost like a private banquet room thing, kind of like the Prancing Pony in Fellowship. Well, that's I'm talking about upstairs, and then up on the second floor is where all the bedrooms will be. Down below here, this is where your storage would be for a tavern, because there's this hill right here that I'm slowly kind of cutting away. And your storage would be down here in the ground, because that's cooler. Not in so much that it's awesome, but it can be. But also in the fact that since it's buried in the ground, the temperature is going to be regulated a lot better. And so we're going to kind of... now, part of my issue here is that, to the extent possible, I'm trying to not do massive terraforming projects. I want to kind of work with the terrain, but this is where my lack of planning didn't kick in. Because if I had thought about it for about 45 seconds more, I would have taken this part and put it up here. But I didn't do that. I put it here. And so that means that instead of being on top of this spot, it's in front of it. And I'm not moving these guys. This thing is set up. It was a pain in the butt to establish. Villager breeders are a pain. I ain't moving it. So now we are forced to twist the terrain to match the thing that we did. So, again, the tavern is going to be here. The inn is going to be here. The inn and tavern. An inn is a place where you can rent rooms, right? And a tavern is where you can get food and drink. One can be one and not the other. In this case, this is going to be both. And this is like the ground floor. The ground floor is this block right here. This block right here is the ground floor. So this level right here is the ground floor of the inn. And so all of this back here is going to kind of go away in a radius to accommodate the inn. And the road, there's going to be a road that goes underneath here. Now the only question then is, what becomes of this? It's only a couple of blocks higher than the tunnel that we're digging. So I might have this be a tunnel that goes all the way through to the water line out the other side. That's fairly far. It'll have an advantage in that it'll generate some materials that we can use. And we're going to surface these tunnels and put in storage rooms and stuff like that. This is just cutting for now. We're just clearing terrain. Another option is to, you know, like turn this into like a little narrow like valley. Because again, it's not very tall. It's only, you know, this is the floor. It's only 1, maybe 2 blocks higher than that. So, not sure. Haven't really decided yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this dirt here. Because that's the deck of the... That's the bottom floor. That's going to be the floor of the tavern. It's not going to be dirt, obviously. Just right now it's dirt because that's what I've got. And then we're going to build it up. But I want to get this tunnel in. So I can kind of see what I'm working with. Oh, and light it up, because, you know, terrifying. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to put this here. I'm going to collect up a stack of cobblestone. And then I'm going to switch back to my silk touch pick and get regular stone. Because I think I'm going to use smooth stone for build planning, because it's what I tend to do. But I already started cutting this cobble, so I'll at least get a stack of it. Yeah, and down here in the basement level, we can put in, you know, a spot for barrel storage for you know, the beer and the wine and all that, and a larders and all that down here. Extra torch. Scour out all this coal. And we'll backfill with stone. And part of the reason why I'm filling these holes in like this is, you know, part of it is OCD. Call a spade a spade. But part of it is that if these gaps are filled in, yeah. I mean, yeah, when it comes to decorating, sure. And remember, we've got the furniture add-on, so that means that we can be really flexible with how we decorate things. That'll be interesting to get to that point. Alright, I need a few more pieces of cobblestone to round this stack out. Alright, that's cobblestone. Now we're going to pick up stone. This is going to have to go a long way, so this is going to be a tunnel all the way through. I fill in the holes, one, you know, for OCD reasons, and two, because it actually reduces the server load a little bit. If these holes are filled in, even if they're so small that mobs won't spawn in there, by filling the hole in, it just, you know, it's another block that they don't have to keep, that the computer doesn't have to keep track of what's down there. It's not going to check to try to spawn there. Oh. And we're not going to go too far this way because, again, we're going to run into the same problem that we're running into with the iron farm, which is if I get too far away from the breeder, then the children won't grow up. So I'm just going to dig this out a little bit more. And then we're going to go grab some smooth stone and start laying out the build, I think. Because, again, the biggest barrier to getting a build done is doing it. Hey, it's nighttime. I hear skeletons walking around. Alright, I might be getting too far away now, so... I hear at least one child. Oh, but I do have an adult. Oop. Off you go. Yeah, whatever the render distance is, or the technically I think the simulation distance, which is a little further than that. Which on Bedrock should be like 6 chunks or something like that. I don't know what my render distance is set to. Now I'm curious. Render distance is different from simulation distance. We have a deferred render distance of 12 chunks. So yeah, I think our simulation distance is like 4 chunks or 6 chunks or something like that. But default on Bedrock, on Realms especially, Realms the default simulation distance is narrower. So just for performance reasons, they chose to do that. So that's where we are. All right, so we got I got this guy here, and up and down we go. I'm gonna dump some stuff in the box. Dirt. I'm gonna have to get bulk storage together. That is coarse dirt. I'm gonna have to get bulk storage together soon.